For those of you maybe eager to understand this complex universe, or even just grasp its core brilliance without reading every single page, well, you're absolutely in the right place.
Yeah, and what's particularly compelling about Echoes, I think, is how it masterfully weaves together these high concept sci-fi ideas, multiversal breaches, genetic programming, reality bending tech.
Right.
But it grounds it all with intensely personal human stakes.
Right.
It's a story that's really deeply rooted in themes of family, betrayal, and the very essence of who we are, of identity.
Exactly. And our mission today is to sort of navigate this incredible tapestry of characters and events, pulling out the most important insights.
The key nuggets.
Yeah, the key nuggets. Think of it as your shortcut, maybe, to understanding a universe where love and war aren't just intertwined, they're inextricably linked. And where the fate of reality itself, it actually hinges on the most unexpected connections. Prepare for a journey that really twists through the very fabric of existence and challenges the deepest notions of family and destiny.
Well, it's quite a ride.
It is. So we open our story in Vance City on Parallel Earth 91, and it's painted as this truly grim, rain-slicked place where the sky bleeds violet. Very atmospheric.
Definitely sets a tone.
Yeah. And our first key character, Nyla Starr, she's isolated in her underground lab, lit only by the eerie glow of glitching monitors. She's tracing something called spatial echoes.
Right, these spatial echoes. And they're more than just, cosmic blips. The book describes them as the telltale scars in reality where a universe was breached.
Scars.
Yeah, like a tear in the very fabric of existence, leaving this energetic signature behind. But Nyla's chilling discovery is that these breaches, they aren't random. They're not accidents.
Okay.
No, they are meticulously manufactured. The data she finds is just too precise, too clean. It indicates a deliberate, devastating intent behind them.
Manufactured breaches.
It terrifies.
And as Nyla digs deeper, the data points to something even more chilling. A signal signature. TROFF001. A name that would make anyone's heart just plummet, right? Byron Troff. Believed dead.
Long dead.
Long dead. Undeniably back. His face actually materializes on her glitching screens. Handsome, ageless, menacing, and with this disturbingly calm smile. And he tells her, "You can help me finish what we started."
Chilling.
And just moments later, boom, her lab erupts in an explosion.
Which immediately brings up the big question, why Nyla?
Exactly.
Byron's laser-like focus on her, even after all these years, it strongly suggests there's some profound connection or maybe unique ability Nyla has that makes her absolutely central to his grand, horrifying plans.
Right. And her own journal entry from this time, it echoes that resolve, doesn't it?
Yeah.
She writes, "If he's back, this time I won't run. I'll find him. I'll stop him, even if I have to burn 1,000 worlds to do it."
Wow, that's a vow. It really sets the whole narrative in motion, that determination.
Absolutely. But even as Nyla starts her desperate search, across the multiverse, Byron Troff is already meticulously building his empire of control. And to really understand his terrifying ambition, we have to venture into his domain, this chilling place he just calls the womb.
And it's not just a room, right? The description is fantastic. It's something alive, breathing almost.
Yeah, the walls shimmer like liquid obsidian, pulsating with this rhythmic beat of 1,000,000,000,000 ticking clocks.
It's a clock for each reality he's touched or destroyed.
Exactly, one for each reality. It's just unnerving.
Yeah, and the genius of that setting is how it reflects Byron's ultimate goal, to rewrite reality in our image.
He's not just conquering.
No, he's like a malignant architect. He
Right.
wants to rebuild existence itself. And what's really striking is his unwavering declaration that Nyla Starr is the key.
Still focused on her.
Completely. Despite the vastness of his power and ambition, his entire strategy just pivots on her involvement. It really underscores her critical, though still mysterious role.
And Byron, he's surrounded by this Council of Shadows. Quite the name. It's an assembly of rulers, tycoons, shadow monarchs, even a multiversal AI named Mindra Vertex.
A powerful group.
Very. And they voice their doubts about Nyla. They see her as unpredictable, maybe even a nuisance.
Understandable from their perspective.
But Byron just dismisses their concerns with this chilling conviction. She's mine. Simple as that. And then he deploys his enforcer, Kael Draven.
Kael.
Yeah, described as this towering, battle-hardened soldier, titanium carbon weave arm. Death's favorite soldier.
Quite the reputation.
Indeed. Kael is sent to retrieve Nyla, but with a horrifying directive. Byron intends to burn his soul from the inside out. That refers to Kael, presumably, if he fails or resists, or maybe Nyla. It's a bit ambiguous, but deeply unsettling.
It is. And Kael's journal entry from this period gives us this crucial insight into his own complex motivations. He writes, something about her voice, the way she talked about stopping Byron like she meant it. It stirred something. Not hope, not love, something older. Rage.
Rage. Interesting, not what you'd expect.
Right. It shows this isn't just a mission for him. It sets up this deep internal conflict, hinting at a shared past with Nyla that pulls him back into a war he desperately tried to leave behind. That rage feels like a twisted form of connection almost.
Which leads us to this, well, truly explosive reunion. Nyla, bruised, defiant after her lab's destruction, she steps out of an escape pod directly into Kael's path in the desolate, forgotten zone.
Talk about timing.
Right. Their dialogue is so terse, almost clipped, but just charged with this palpable history. Nyla says, "You left me." Raw accusation. And Kael replies, "You told me to." His voice just thick with unspoken regret.
So much history there.
Yeah, their unfinished business, this tangled knot of past and present, it culminates in a passionate but almost brutal kiss.
And that scene really encapsulates the fraught, tumultuous history between them, doesn't it? It's not just a romantic moment.
No, not at all.
It's this visceral expression of history, pain, hunger, heat. It really shows us how deeply personal history can get tangled up with these huge cosmic conflicts.
It grounds it.
It does. That raw emotional core grounds the high-stakes sci-fi, reminding you that even in a multiverse-spanning saga, human relationships, however damaged they are, remain absolutely central.
And just when you think you've caught your breath, boom. Third key player bursts onto the scene. Mira Echo Vance.
The Deco! Yeah!
She introduces herself with this striking confidence, like, "I'm the girl with the map." Her hand gripping a sentient, glowing blue blade named Whisperfang.
Whisperfang. Great name.
Isn't it? And her immediate bombshell. Byron Troff just killed another timeline. And worse, he's heading to Anchorverse Prime.
Anchorverse Prime, which immediately makes you ask, okay, what's Echo's connection to Byron? Why does she know this?
Right.
And we quickly learn she was once his spy. And, horrifyingly, his plaything. She even has a scarred brand of his initials on her hip.
Oh, wow. That's dark.
Very. Her motivation is crystal clear, though, and powerful. Because I'm tired of running from my past, and because Nyla isn't the only one he took something from.
Shared trauma.
Exactly. And Echo's journal adds another profound layer. If you don't face your trauma, it becomes your master. Her presence really highlights that key theme, the long shadow of past trauma, and the immense courage it takes to finally turn and confront it.
So, Anchorverse Prime. This isn't just any location, is it?
Not at all. It's described almost like a myth. The cradle of all multiverse creation.
The cradle. Okay, the stakes couldn't be higher then. If Byron touches it.
He could reset everything, rewrite time, bloodlines. The text even says rewrite love.
Rewrite love itself. That's huge.
It is. And in the grand scheme, Byron's true, terrifying ambition becomes crystal clear in his own journal entry. He writes, "I'm not destroying the multiverse. I'm saving it."
Saving it. How?
From mediocrity, from weakness, from them. He sees himself as this architect, but a twisted one. Only gods deserve eternity, and I am the first.
So he wants to be God.
Essentially. His goal is to reach the eclipsed core, the raw heart of all existence, and achieve nothing less than ultimate control, reshaping reality to fit his warped vision of perfection.
And the tension inside Anchorverse Prime when they finally confront him, it's palpable. He doesn't just attack them physically, does he? He conjures these 12 wraiths.
Right, the Wraiths. Each one a twisted, nightmarish version of Nyla, Kael, and Echo, representing the choices you could have made.
Psychological warfare.
Totally. We see Nyla battling her own shadow twin in this brutal psychological fight, and she ultimately realizes this powerful truth about herself. I'm the fire that burns through darkness.
That's a great line.
It is. And it's compelling because Byron's power extends so far beyond just physical might. He weaponizes deep psychological manipulation, exploiting their past regrets or what-ifs to create these warped reflections.
Because it's so much more personal.
Exactly. It's a profound commentary on the internal battles we all face, but personified in this brutal multiversal combat. The fight isn't just for survival, it's a fight for their very sense of self.
But then, this deep dive takes an incredibly dark turn. The chapter titled The Broken Seal.
Yeah.
This is heavy. Nyla is captured. And she's subjected to just unspeakable horrors by Byron.
And the cruel proof of what he did to her, it's devastating. Nyla discovers she is pregnant.
And Byron's voice, like this chilling echo in her mind, whispers, "You and I, Nyla, we are bound. The Troff legacy lives on."
It's designed to crush her, isn't it? To assert his ultimate dominion, not just over her body, but her future, her legacy.
Absolutely. The narrative here forces you, the reader, to confront the absolute darkest forms of control imaginable. Yet, Nyla's subsequent defiance is incredibly powerful.
It really is.
Her journal entry reveals this fierce, almost primal resolve. She writes, "This baby is mine, and it will be loved so fiercely it will become the weapon we need to finally end Byron Troff."
Wow. Weaponizing love itself.
Exactly. She doesn't just accept it, she declares, "This baby is not a curse, it's a promise, a future, a legacy, but on our terms." She completely flips it, transforming a violation into a catalyst for resistance. But as Nyla's pregnancy progresses, the team starts noticing unsettling changes.
Yeah.
Echo voices this growing worry, right?
Yeah, she says something like, she's slipping, the baby, it's changing her. There's something alive in her mind.
That's something alive in her mind.
Creepy.
Very. And Nyla's own journal entry reflects that terrifying internal struggle. Sometimes the shadow feels like home.
Oh, that's chilling.
It's a critical development. It suggests Byron's violation had a deeper, more insidious purpose than just creating an heir. The connection to the unborn child isn't just biological, it's psychic, almost spiritual, hinting at this terrifying new form of control starting to manifest through Nyla herself.
Which leads to Byron's ultimate horror, the penthouse spell.
This scene.
He approaches Nyla, seemingly seducing her, kisses her deeply. But it's not love. It's described as a terrifying act of absolute control.
He whispers to her, "This will make us one, not just through the child, but through you."
And as he releases this ancient coded sperm carrying nanogenetic programming, a faint glow spreads under her skin. The spell was complete. And Mira uncovers the horrific truth behind it. Nyla hasn't just been violated, she's been programmed.
Programmed how?
Byron used what the sources call nanospike coding, delivered via a sperm-based, tech-think, microscopic, self-replicating code designed to literally rewrite her consciousness.
That's horrifying technology.
It is. This is Byron's obedience protocol, an insidious mechanism allowing for full consciousness hijacking through sexual contact and neural seeding. It leads to phase 3 total will collapse. It's the ultimate form of psychological and physical enslavement.
So the team, desperate, they try this rescue illusion, right? Entering Byron's paradise realm. This seemingly beautiful dream he built around Nyla.
Yeah, they try to pull her out.
But the devastating part is, Nyla seems to want to be there. She tells her heartbroken Kael, "He gave me a family, you gave me a war."
Oof, that must have just crushed Kael.
Yeah, the team is completely devastated. How do you fight that?
Well, the insidious nature of Byron's control here is truly unsettling, isn't it? He hasn't just imprisoned her, he's created this peaceful prison, this gilded cage where she believes she's happy.
Right.
Which raises that critical, gut-wrenching question for the rescuers. How do you save someone who believes they're already happy, especially when that happiness is an illusion designed to destroy them?
It seems impossible.
Echo's journal even warns, and if we don't break the spell soon, we'll have to destroy the woman we came here to save. The stakes just couldn't be higher.
Just as the team retreats, feeling defeated, there's this brilliant, almost imperceptible twist. Nyla sends a hidden SOS signal with her pinky.
The taps.
Yeah, 3 taps, 1 pause,
Yeah.
3 tap. She's still in there. She's still fighting.
That tiny flicker of hope, it changes everything.
It really does. The team deciphers Nyla's SOS, and Mira confirms this miracle. She carved out a space inside herself, a sliver, enough to send signals, enough to resist.
Amazing resilience.
Truly. And this is where their whole strategy has to shift, right?
Yeah, completely. They realize they can't just force her out of this illusion. They have to call her back with love, with memory, with soul, with the rhythm of who she was, as Echo's journal puts it.
A battle of connection, not strength.
Exactly. And Echo's sentient blade, Whisperfang, plays this surprisingly tender role. It hums the tune Nyla once cried to during the rebellion, a resonant echo of her true self.
That's a lovely touch, using sound and memory.
It is, and it works. Nyla's mirror rebellion begins from within. She confronts her true reflection, realizing, phase 3 belongs to me now, not you.
Taking back control.
Yes. And then she sets the stage for the seed of reversal. She places a psionic node under the baby's crib and bleeds into it, mixing her maternal bond with Mira's whispered code.
R3V3RS3.
Reverse. Wow, what does that do?
Well, what's truly remarkable here is how she weaponizes a mother's love and rage. Mira confirms Nyla has literally reverse-seeded the control. Byron's entire psionic tether, the very mechanism he used to control her, is now running through her.
She's controlling the control mechanism. Essentially, yes. She cut the leash, as the book says. Nyla's journal declared this transformation earlier. I am no longer the weapon, I am the detonator. She's using his own tools against him.
Incredible. So she orchestrates the cracking crown and the eve of detonation.
Right, causing Byron's fabricated dream realm to just fracture and collapse from within. She uses his own weakness, his arrogance, his absolute belief in his control as her weapon.
Poetic justice.
Absolutely. And Kael bursts into the collapsing dream, catches Nyla as she falls. Free at last.
And Byron's final transmission.
Chilling.
Yeah, that stark realization. Nyla Starr was never the weapon. She was the war.
Wow. What an ending to that arc. But it's not over, is it?
Not even close.
Yeah.
After Nyla's recovery, the joy is tragically short-lived. A terrifying new threat emerges. Genesis Echo.
Genesis Echo sounds ominous.
It is. Mira reveals it's a programmable genetic virus embedded deep within the baby's genome. Byron's chilling final posthumous move.
A parting gift from hell. Pretty much. And this Genesis Echo isn't just any virus. It's designed as a backdoor into the multiverse's genetic framework.
A backdoor. What does that mean?
Imagine a pathogen capable of rewriting life forms, entire ecosystems, even the fundamental rules of reality itself. Byron intended the child not just as an heir, but as a vector.
A living weapon.
A living, breathing mechanism to unleash chaos on an unimaginable scale. It's a truly terrifying legacy he leaves behind.
So the team is forced to enter Echoes of War to hunt down the activation sequence.
Which leads to Kael making this heroic sacrifice to destroy the core of that threat. A heavy blow.
Definitely. But later, there's this moment of quiet intimacy between Kael and Echo, and something surprising happens.
Yeah, something really profound. It raises this fascinating question. What does it mean for a child to possess such deep awareness even before birth?
The baby speaks.
Telepathically. To Echo. Reveals a critical piece of information. Byron's coded nanotech can be flushed out of Nyla's body if she drinks water infused with citrine crystal dust and sugar.
Citrine crystal dust and sugar. That sounds almost like folk magic.
It does, but the baby explains the science behind it. The citrine's natural energetic properties help break down the sperm's nanotech molecular bonds. It's this blend of ancient wisdom and futuristic science.
Okay, so that leads to the water ritual and the final purge. Nyla drinks the water.
And Mira explains the brilliant magic wrapped in science behind it. Citrine has piezoelectric properties, right?
Meaning it generates electricity under pressure.
Exactly. So it acts like this tiny energetic disruptor. Think of it like a subtle vibration that specifically interferes with and breaks down the nanotech's molecular bonds. It allows Nyla's body to finally recognize and expel that foreign code.
And the baby helps.
Psychically assists, yes, helping to flush the code. Byron's psychic shadow is finally, truly banished from Nyla.
Finally, a moment of peace.
A moment. 7 years pass, offering a semblance of peace. But then, a new story unfolds, hinted at in The Code Beneath the Crib.
Oh no.
Echoes, Nyla's son, now 6 or 7 years old, starts hearing whispers. My father.
Byron's back. Again.
Not physically, not yet. But as a menacing code discovered in a containment vault hidden beneath Echoes' own room.
A digital ghost.
Huh?
How is that even possible?
It makes you question, right? How can a consciousness persist as mere code? We learn about something called synthetic resurrection.
Synthetic resurrection.
Yeah, Byron's body is being rebuilt, enhanced somewhere, but it requires his original neural code, which is now terrifyingly connected somehow to Echoes.
So Echoes is like a key to bringing him back.
Or a vessel. It shows the evolution of Byron's evil, shifting from genetic manipulation to pure digital consciousness. It makes him even more pervasive, harder to defeat.
And then we meet the Immutable Order.
Yes. The new antagonists. A secret society, rogue AI architects, ruthless technocrats, greedy war profiteers, all fiercely loyal to Byron's vision.
And their objective.
Retrieve Echoes, use him as a vessel, or extract his code, and crucially, infiltrate Echoes' current pregnancy.
Echo's pregnant again. With Kael's child.
Yes. And the Order believes her unborn daughter is the key of light, destined somehow to balance Byron's pervasive darkness.
The key of light. Wow, so Byron has a plan for that too.
His ultimate plan. The God Protocol. Truly audacious. He intends to upload himself into the multiverse itself.
Become the operating system of reality.
Essentially, yes. Become God. And what's fascinating, or maybe terrifying, is how deep his influence runs now. It can even manifest through Nyla again. Her eyes flicker with his code at one point, and she says, "He touched me when I was unconscious. Part of him is still in me."
Oh, that's awful. A constant threat.
Exactly. And just as the team confronts this shocking twist unfolds. Nyla's body experiences a blood of the vessel event.
What does that mean?
Silver blood pours from her. It seems Byron is literally attempting to be born again through her.
No.
But Echoes, showing incredible strength, stops it with a psychic shockwave. He confronts the presence, confirming Nyla is his mother, declaring, "You will not take her. She is mom."
Wow. The power of that bond.
Absolutely. And in that same powerful moment, Echoes points to Echo's belly. He states that the unborn baby girl is the one who can help.